Hello, guys. Hey, as soon as I'm gonna wait for actually somebody to jump on. I need to have you guys tell me, is it sideways? Like, maybe I can actually watch it on Boss Babes. Let's see. I'll go there myself and see if I see myself sideways. Just gonna wait for a couple people to jump on. Oh, okay, it's working. Good. I'm trying to charge my phone at the same time because I only have like 9% battery. So, all right, you guys. I am going to wait for some people to jump on. It's totally fine if nobody does, but I'm just going to give it a second because I did tell a couple people that we were doing it. I didn't announce it ahead of time, but I didn't know when I was going to be able to do it today. So this is when I have gotten to it. So we'll just wait for just a sec. And we've got one person on here. Can you tell me, is the phone, like, can you see me right side up or is it sideways? I'm looking on my computer and I can see it right side up, but can somebody just type in the comments and let me know if it is right side up? And then for anybody, like Wendy, can you tell me if it is right side up? If you can see me okay. Right side up, perfect, okay. So for anybody who is watching this that is not watching it live, go ahead and fast forward right now. We're just going to wait. I just want a couple more people to join, and if Wendy is the only one, that's great, but I would love for a couple more people to join before we get started because I don't want them to miss the first part of this. So, all right, we got 5 people on now. That is enough for me. Okay, you guys, let's talk about this. So what I want to talk to you guys today about is how to generate sales on your personal page, your personal group LIPS page, how to market the product appropriately. Why does it keep going like that? How to increase followers on your page as well. So I am not a professional by any means, okay? This is just my experience based on what I have done, what's worked for me, what I have seen work for other people. So I just want to share with you guys some insight. Okay, the last training was so long. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try really hard to make this fast. And when I say fast, I mean under 30 minutes. So that's my goal. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to go over the highlights of what I want to talk to you guys about. The first thing is, what are you posting? Okay, and I'm going to go back to it. The second thing is, how often are you posting? The third thing is, how many members do you have on your team, or not on your team, sorry. How many followers do you have on your group page? What are you asking of the people that are in your group? And I'm going to talk about giveaways and pairing up with another business. And then, anyways, we'll go into each bullet points on each thing. So, what are you posting? So I don't know if you guys saw the training that Chelsea and Sadie and Tawny did that was their takeaway from Pit Stop. I can't do an entire training on this right now because I wouldn't be able to cover the other things, but I promise to go more in depth about this, but I'm just going to cover it very briefly, okay? So it is called 911, and it is a marketing style and approach that I would really highly recommend you guys putting into action. If you have questions that I don't go into detail about now and I don't get to a training, but you want to do it, let me know, okay? So what you want to do is you want to think about your group pages like you are the advertisement for your product, right? So the people that are in your group are not going to see every single thing that you post. They're not stalking your group page. They're not going to see everything. They're going to see some stuff, right? So if the only thing that you are posting is a picture of yourself or a meme or a picture of lips and buy here, go to my website or message me to order, and it's the same thing over and over and over, that's all they're going to see. So the idea of the 911 marketing is that you are going to try to make your group be something other than just a sales group. They know that when they come to your group that they can buy lipstick, or they know who to buy lip scents from. If they're in your group, they know they can buy it from you. They know that you sell it. They may not know all of the things that you sell, but they know that you sell it, right? So you don't need to sell to them every single post. What you do want to do is be informative. You want to be fun, you want to be creative, you want to share stuff with them that they may not know, and you can do that in a way where you're not pushing the product and pushing them My phone keeps going. Why is it doing that? Maybe it's going into like save battery mode. Anyways, you can do that without trying to sell to them in every single post. So what you would do is you want to do 9. So write this down if you have a pen or jot it on your phone. 9 non-marketing posts. And what that means is 9 posts where you're not talking about buying the product at all. You don't talk about how much it costs. You don't talk about buying it through you or messaging you or that it's $20 for this or that you're doing a sale. Non-marketing posts can be any and everything from informative information about how to use the glitter gloss, that it's supposed to go over the glossy gloss. It can be you doing a video showing them how to remove the product. It could be a funny, cute little thing you do, maybe like a Friday Funnies, and it's like a little joke that you post. It can be you showing them how to do your hair a certain way. It can be sharing with them a favorite product. It doesn't have to be to do, or it doesn't have to do. Can I say this right? It doesn't have to be about LipSense. It can be about anything. You're wanting to create your page and you want to kind of brand yourself and make it be something that is fun and it's something that you actually love and something that you want to share with them so that they want to be interactive in your group. They want to be a part of it. They don't just have to keep seeing selfies of you wearing lipstick, which are cute. You guys are so cute. But I remember my brother, and I told you guys in this last training, said to me, like, you got to post something other than just you wearing the lipstick. And so anyways, 9 non-marketing posts. Emily Arnold is going to once a week give you guys some ideas of what those can be. So she'll do a training on that, so I'm not going to go into much detail about that. So 9 non-marketing posts, and then you want to do 1 marketing post, that can be like your sales post. So for instance, what I did for mine this week is I posted a picture of my inventory, and I still made it fun and kind of silly, added my personality. If that's not your personality, do whatever is your personality. Don't make it boring. Don't just post a picture of your colors and say, here are my colors, if you want them, come get them. I mean, do something kind of creative, kind of think about it and make it be fun. Make it be when somebody reads it that maybe they laugh a little bit, or maybe they are like, oh, I didn't know about that, or whatever it is. But that was my my marketing post. So that was me selling to them, saying like, hey, I've got all these colors, message me if you want them, this is how much they cost. It can be something where you're talking about a new product and you promote how much it costs. It can be a video and you still talk about the cost and buy through you. So that's when you're gonna do the sales one. Okay, and then the 1, so 9-1, the 1 is going to be something personal. So it can be a picture of your kids, it can be you at the swimming pool, maybe like with some friends and you're talking about LipSense, just something personal. If you don't want to post pictures of your kids, you don't have to. It can be a family picture, maybe like you just got your pictures done as a family and you post it and you still can talk about LipSense, but you're not selling it, right? You're not saying, if you want anything, order or message me and let me know, okay? So 9-1-1, 9 non-marketing, 1 marketing. Marketing is where you're going to sell and try to generate orders and sell stuff, and then 1 personal one, and then you're going to restart. That's not 9 could be whenever you hit 9 posts is when you would implement the 1 marketing one and the 1 personal one. So if you post 3 times a day, then in 3 days you will have posted 9 non-marketing ones. So then the next one is going to be your 1 promotional one. If you only post once a day, then it's going to take you 9 days to where you're going to, then your 10th one is going to be that one that's the promotional one. Does that make sense, you guys? We're going to go into that, like I said, in another training, another day. But that is super beneficial to helping people like your page, not be bored with it, not ignore it when they see, if they get notifications, not just like ignoring it. They're going to want to see it. When they scroll through, they're going to want to stop because it's going to be something different. It's not going to be the same old thing. It's not just going to be lips on their page. We are all kind of interconnected, and I know a lot of us have the same friends. So you can imagine if you're part of multiple groups that when you scroll through your LipSense feed, I mean, we know, or not LipSense feed, but it becomes a LipSense feed to lots of people. So if you can kind of like give yourself a little bit of an edge, kind of do something different. Don't do something that you see somebody else do. And if you do see somebody else do it, make it be your own. Make it be creative. LipSense, the product, will sell itself. 100%. You don't have to sell somebody on the product. What you do have to sell somebody on is how you're advertising it, what you are portraying as the person that they can get it from. They have to want to stay in your group. They have to want to see the things that you're posting because it's entertaining, it's fun, it's exciting to them, it's informative, whatever it is. They have to want that, and you guys have to be the one to bring it to them. And as long as you do that, they absolutely are going to buy the product. You don't have to talk them into buying the product. You have to get their interest in seeing it enough times and being a part of your, I guess, circle of influence, and then that's when they're going to do that. Okay, so we got to move on. So that's the 911. Alicia talked about this yesterday. Really try to separate yourself from other people. I see all the time that somebody will post something and then somebody else just copies and pastes it word for word. And of course, like, we all want to share, and that's great. But what it does is it makes it look like we're all doing the same thing at the same time. And there's like, it's just like uniform. There's no creativity. And I'm not saying that everybody's doing this. And if you have done it, it's not a big deal. I for sure have done it. But now with there being more and more distributors, and especially within our close circle of friends, like, let's separate ourselves from each other. Like, let's try to think outside the box. Let's be a little bit creative, and let's try to, if you really love something that somebody posts, like Alicia said, save it. You can right click in the right hand corner, you can save it, and then post it the next week and kind of give your own flair to it. That's a great thing to do. And this goes to one of my next tips is I really encourage you guys once a week, whatever day would be good for you, like take an hour, 30 minutes, whatever it is, and plan out your post for the week, because then you can be strategic about it. You don't have to do this, but if you're having problems or you're feeling like, oh, there's not really an activity on my page, maybe you need to kind of change things up about the way that you're doing it. So be strategic about it, you know. Decide what time is the best time for you to post for your the people in your group. For me, I get a lot of response. This is me, okay? So you gotta have to play it off when I post first thing in the morning, and then when I post about 8:30 at night. I feel like I have a lot of moms in my group. Not as many like single young girls, so I feel like they get their kids to bed, they're hanging out with their husband, and they're kind of checking their phone. That's kind of what works for me. So you got to kind of find that niche, what works for you. How often to post? If you are not posting every day, your Facebook will consider you an inactive group, and it will not show, will not come up to the top of people's newsfeed. So you've got to be posting at least once a day, okay? If for some reason you miss a day, or let's say on Sunday you don't want to, like, that's not going to throw you off, but on average you want to be posting at least once a day, and I would say 1 to 3 times a day. You don't want to go like overboard, but if you're being creative and you are being strategic in the things that you're posting, and you've looked like, what did I do last, or maybe you've set it up for the week so that it consistently flows and it sets yourself up for maybe that one marketing post that you're going to do. So those 9 posts before, you have like a fun one where you talk about your favorite hairbrush that like you can brush your hair with when your hair is wet, and then you talk about, maybe you're going to promote the lip balm, let's say. So then you talk about maybe you do a video talking about the lip balm, but you don't say anything about it, you don't tell about how much it costs, and then you kind of like work up to it, however you do that, and then on that marketing post, that's when you do the lip balm. So think about the things that you're posting. Don't just think, oh, what should I post? Go through the social media images and think, oh, I like that one about the lipstick that says Lip Sense is smudge-proof, kiss-proof, waterproof. Like, that's what they've already seen that, and that's not going to make anybody buy. Does that make sense, you guys? I hope so. Okay, how many members are in your group right now? If you have less than 500 members in your group, and it takes time to work up to that, so it's totally fine. But if you have less than 500 members in your group, you got to get it to 500. 200 members are not going to cut it. You're going to have some repeat customers in there, but it's just not reaching a wide enough audience. So you've got to get more people in your group, and you can do that several ways. You can do a giveaway, and you can get people to add more people to your group. I'm not going to go into that as well either. If you have questions about a giveaway, ask your upline. If your upline doesn't know, have her ask her upline, and then it will, like, if they don't know, go to the next person. Somebody will know, and they can explain that, and I don't want to take the time to do that in this post. But doing a giveaway can add anywhere from 20 members to 300 members to your group if you do it right. So that's a huge thing that you can do. Another way that you can do a giveaway, and this is kind of self-explanatory, but if you need more explanation, please come to me, is you can pair up with a small business. So find somebody on Facebook or on Instagram who has a small following, maybe 2,000 to 4,000 people who would be willing to give away a $50 gift card to their shop, and you give away a $55 collection, which for you is going to be $27.50. And pair up that way and do a giveaway for a couple days, and you can get people to they'll add people to your group and you'll add people to their group from you, and that's a great way to add more followers. Ask the people who are on your group to add people. You can message them personally if they're your friends. You can do a fun little contest with people who are on your group. Say add 25 members. The first person to add 25 members gets this, or do something fun. You could do a Win It Wednesday, where every Wednesday there's a prize. This is just a random example. I haven't even done this. I'm just making this up on the spot. But there's a prize for anybody who adds 25 members to your group or whatever. I don't know, you guys. You guys think, be creative. Don't be afraid to Google how to get more followers on Instagram, or how to get more followers on Facebook, or creative post ideas for Instagram or Facebook. Think outside the box. It doesn't take a lot of time and effort. It's just like anything else. It's just getting used to it and knowing what your group likes. See what they have good feedback to. Something that I do, and I mentioned this, is once a week I do a Bachelorette recap, and I have huge feedback from that. And people are interactive and they're making tons of comments, and all that does is it makes my post be more prevalent on people's feed, because there's more comments, there's more interactions, there's more shares. It has nothing to do with LipSense. I don't even talk about LipSense, but it's just something fun that people look forward to and that I love to do because I love The Bachelorette. So find your niche and go with that. And okay, let's see. Don't put too much sales. Oh, don't do too many sales. So don't put your stuff on sale all the time. People will wait for it to come on sale. So just do stuff just appropriately. Don't do it crazy all the time sales, because people are going to wait for it. Let's see. Make sure that you are presenting the product in a fun, professional, and exciting way, so that it's not boring, so that they understand what it is and they want to buy it. And that's where this 911 marketing kind of comes into play, is market. You are the face of what you're selling. What you're doing, the posts that you're putting out there are going to either interest people in buying or not. And the way that you get them interested in buying is being interested in all of the stuff that you're doing. And then over time, they're going to be ready to purchase whatever it is. Maybe they just got paid. Maybe something reminded them of it when they saw your post, and then they're going to purchase. But if all you're posting is just stuff like LipSense is kiss proof, it's smudge proof, look, it doesn't smear, that's great. But get stuff in between there too. Get informative videos, get informative posts, get stuff that that you haven't been doing. If you've been selling LipSense for a little while, go back to stuff that you did in the first and bring it back up. If you have new followers, let's say you do a giveaway and you get a bunch of new followers, start over and just say, hey, for those of you guys who are new, this is what LipSense is. Did you know it can do this? Did you know it could do this? The next day you could talk about glosses, but again, you're not selling them, you're informing them. And then the next day you do something fun that has nothing to do with lipstick. You can do a poll on your page. Nicole did this, and I thought this was so cute, is she did just a fun little poll on her group, and she just said, how many of you guys have stretch marks? And it basically said, no, I'm really lucky, or yes, but it was worth it. And all it is to create activity on your page. People commenting, people sharing, just creating chatter helps your post to go to the top of people's feed. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about is answering comments and being interactive with the people who are commenting on your page. When they ask a question like, oh, what color is that? Don't respond back with a one-word answer and say, Aussie Rose. You want to respond back and say something along the lines, I'm putting myself on the spot of, this is Aussie Rose. Do you like this color? Ask a question, create conversation, because maybe she's asking because at that very moment she had a moment and she saw the picture and she's like, oh, I love this, I want to get that color, right? So she hurry and writes, what color is that? And you respond back, and if all you say is Aussie Rose, maybe then at that point she's helping her little boy get to sleep and she's like, oh, okay, Aussie Rose, yeah, I'm gonna remember that. and then she carries on with her life, right? Well, what if you respond back and instead of just saying Aussie Rose, you say, it's Aussie Rose, isn't it such an awesome color? Have you tried that color on? Or, I mean, maybe that was a bad example. Let's say it's somebody that's never bought from you before. So you can say, it's Aussie Rose. Do you like that color? Have you seen this color? Just some sort of getting them to respond again. Whatever it is, getting them to respond again. If somebody says something like, what's the difference between this gloss and this gloss? Give them an answer and then say, what gloss are you currently using? I don't know about you, but I love having a gloss in my makeup bag and in my car and by my nightstand. Do you just have one gloss, or what do you use right now? Just create conversation that can lead to something else. Don't just one word answer it. You've got to be assumptive that when they're asking questions and they're being interactive, that it may be something that they're interested in. And it's not like you're going to push it down their throat, but if you don't ask the questions, then it's just going to be what it is, and nothing's going to come from it at all. So does that make sense about what I'm talking about responding to the person in a way that's going to prompt them into something else? Give me a thumbs up if it does. Okay, so the next thing it's kind of the last thing, and I'm going to wrap it up, is being consistent, you guys. So I know that it can get frustrating, and I know we all have like these ups and downs, these roller coasters, where one day you're like, feel like you're on the top of the world, and you're like, oh, this is so awesome, I'm doing like so good, I just signed somebody up, or I just sold a bunch of stuff, and then the next day you're like, nobody likes this stuff, I don't know how to sell it, I'm never gonna build my team, and then the next day you're like, this is awesome. Totally normal. At least for me, and I know other people that I've talked with as well, it's normal. The most important thing that you can do is stay positive and be consistent, because the people that are in your group will come around. And if you are being consistent and you're adding your own personality and you're adding your flair and you're sticking with it, there will be people who you didn't even know were ever interested. They've never commented before. They've never liked something. You didn't even know they were following you, and they may message you and say like, oh, I've been following you and I love your stuff and I really want to get this color, and it's 3 months later and you're like, what in the world? Like, how? I had no idea. So that is why being consistent is important. Your growth will come with consistency, with positivity, and with you being strategic in the way that you do stuff. Think about it. Like, pay attention to the stuff that other people are doing, and don't copy and paste, but pay attention and think, that's a good idea. How can I do that? How can I make that fit my audience? How can I put my own twist on that? Ruth. I have lots of personality in my hands. That's for sure. Let's see. So I want you guys to think about the stuff, the people or groups that you follow either on Facebook or Instagram. What is it that you like about them? What intrigues you? What stuff do they do that makes you want to buy stuff? Or what stuff do they do that you really like, or that's entertaining to you, or that is fun, or that makes you laugh, or that draws you in, or that makes you take their survey? Or think about what you can do to help draw people in. Because obviously the end goal is to get them our products, which are so awesome, but we've got to get them like invested in us. We've got to get them invested in the person who is presenting the product, because the product is not what needs to be sold to most people. When they see what it is and they see what they can do, they want it. It's usually not, I mean, I have had in all the stuff that I sell, maybe only a couple people ever who have batted their eye at the price or have not bought it, even when they did bat their eye at the price. So really that's not the issue. It's how are you presenting it? How are you marketing it? And what are people taking away from that? If you're not on Instagram, get on Instagram. Instagram just barely created a business account. So do an update if you haven't already, and go to your settings, like the little spinny wheel in the corner. Go to your settings and go down to a business account. It allows you to put in an email. It allows you to put in contact information. It allows you to put in your address or tell you where they're at. It gives you lots of different feedback on people who are seeing your post, when they're seeing, what type of interaction you're having with them. It will also link your post to a Facebook page. Now, I do not know a lot of information about this, but they talked about this last night at the training. So you may want to look on Chelsea's group, the live training that they did. They talked about a Facebook page, but basically you can link your your Instagram post to go to your Facebook page. So that's different than a group, okay? It's still free. It's different because on a group, it doesn't come up in people's news feeds, at least how I understand it, and I may totally be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. But it can link to that, and it is just another way. No idea about the Instagram business. Yeah, I know. I didn't either. Chelsea told me about that last night, and it's just an awesome, awesome added benefit for all of us for our businesses. It actually adds on your profile a little like message box that says contact me, because right now through Instagram it's all through like instant message, you know, the personal message, and I sometimes will like miss that sometimes, and I'll go and I'm like, oh my gosh, I had 2 messages and I didn't even realize it. So anyways, look into the Facebook page thing. What you can do on the Facebook page that Sadie talked about is you can actually sponsor one of your posts, which means you can pay money. And you guys have seen these ads before that have popped up either on Instagram or on Facebook. It says like sponsored, and you're like, what is this? What is this coming from? You pay money and it's going to show up. It's like an advertisement that you can put on other people's feeds. So this example she gave, she paid $50 and 71,000 people viewed her post. So you can imagine how much that can do for your business. If nobody's ever heard of LipSense before, but all of a sudden you pay $50 and 71,000 people see it, what if you get 2 people who join your group? What if one of them join your team? I mean, it's super. There's lots of stuff that you can do, and I'm not going to do a training on that because I'm not the expert, and also we don't have time. But just know that these things are available. If you sit back and all you do is just post the same type of pictures, you don't infuse your personality, you don't share exciting things, you don't draw them in, it's not going to sell. Like, it's not going to happen. You got to build your followers, you got to build your tribe, you got to make it be fun, exciting, entertaining, all of those things. And you guys can do that. You guys are all awesome. Everybody brings something different to the table. Everybody has their own personality, and that's what you got to tune into. You got to tune into your strengths and the stuff that the people that you know and that are getting to know you will love, because it's you. They're going to love you because you guys are awesome. So anyways, I think that's kind of everything that I have. While I'm wrapping it up, please, any questions, like think of any questions, answer them right now, because this is the time. I'm just going to read over my notes while you guys type in your questions. Somebody's got to have one, and it's fine if you don't, but if you do, give it to me. Okay, let's see. Can you talk about following up with customers? Yes, for sure. So, Kelly Jo, are you talking about following up with them to see, tell me kind of what you mean. I'm going to start talking about what I think you mean, but tell me what you mean exactly. So, I think one of the things with following up with customers is, did that just post again? Okay, is following up with them, asking them how they like their color. Oh, this is one thing. A lot of people do this. Maybe you guys do. I don't know. With the little things that you put inside of their bags. So when you send them their colors, people will put inside the bag like a chance to win a free color, or like post your selfie on my page with your LipSense color and I'll enter you into a drawing to win a free color. I do that every 2 weeks or once a month or whatever, because when you're getting other people to post on your page, that's great. All of their friends are going to see it, even if they're not in your group. So what I said when I said following up with a customer, that's kind of what I meant, is following up with them and helping them help your group be able to reach a wider audience. So asking them to post selfies. If you have somebody that messages you and just tells you like, oh my gosh, I love LipSense, they tell you the story. Like I had a girl at the gym that said, hey, this is so funny. I teach Body Step, and I had finished my class, and my husband was in there, and he came up to me and he's like, why did you get all dressed up to come to the gym and like dolled up and did your makeup? And she's like, what are you talking about? I didn't. I just like came straight from work. And he's like, you've got like this lipstick on. And she's like, I forgot that I had my lipstick on, and it's so much fun because I actually look like I was ready. So anyways, something like that, ask her. Say, you know what, that was so fun. I love that you shared that with me. Would you be willing to share that on my group with people? Because I think people can relate to that and they get so excited and they love that. Would you be willing to share that with my group? Anytime anybody asks you or it tells anything positive about it, ask them to share it on the group. If they send you a picture of themselves, be like, oh my gosh, you're a babe. I need your lips to be on my group. Will you please post that picture? Like, people have to see your lips. They're amazing. Who doesn't want to post a selfie of themselves when you're telling them they look amazing? And I mean it. I'm not lying. Following up and lead into joining as a distributor. Oh, okay. So that, okay. If you want to jump off, right, let me finish up this training, Kelly Jo, and then I will go into that. I just didn't want this to be too long, but let me finish up on this. The other thing that I would suggest doing, you guys, is, hold on just a second. Yeah? Is it locked? Oh.
She wanted to see you.
Okay, I'm actually doing a training right now. Can I come out in just a sec? Okay. So the other thing, sorry you guys, that I wanted to mention, now I am like totally sidetracked, is what? Let's see. Any customers, like I said, that are interested, like help them share the message in your page. Ask them, say, hey, do you have any friends that you know? And you can just ask them in the message when they tell you how much they love it. Say, if you have any friends that you know or family, like feel free to add them to my group. Can you think of people who, like, do you know some people who would be interested in this? Would you be willing to share, add them to my group? If you asked every single person that you sold a product to do that, that could be 5 or 6 people that get added to your group. I had a cute girl that just kept ordering from me and she really loved it. And she said, I'm going to do a video on my Instagram, not mine, hers, and just share it with my friends. You guys, I got like 6 sales and her friends are now all following me just because she was like, I love it so much. I want to show you guys. Look at this. Look at this. And she just did that. And that came in. So going out of your way for people that you know love it and just asking them to do that. And if they don't want to, they won't. If they do, great. So that's kind of the end of this training, you guys. Jump off if you don't want to hear Kelly Jo's question, which is following up and lead into joining as a distributor as far as customers go. So that's the end of the training as far as getting more customers or increasing your sales, increasing your followers, that type of thing. So Kelly Jo, to answer your question, so let's say you're my customer and I ship out your order. There's tons of different scenarios, but I'm just going to give you one. Okay, I ship out your order and I give you a week maybe to use the color, and then I send you a message and I just say, hey Kelly Jo, I wanted to follow up with you and see how you were liking your Army Pink. What do you think? Ooh, I did not mean to do that. And I meant to say Peace Pink, but Army Pink, what do you think? That's way better. So anyways, you message them and let them reply back, and they say, oh, I love it. It's so, it's my favorite color, blah, blah. You say, awesome, I'm so glad. Let me know if you have any questions. Remember, give them a couple tips, right? Remember about exfoliation, to use your gloss a lot. If you're noticing any breakdown, put the gloss on before you eat. That helps to seal the color even more. You can answer that another time. Okay, anyways, and then I would go into, hey, I wanted to mention to you, I don't know if you were aware of this, but for just $50, you can get 20 to 50% off of all of the products. And you can have them shipped to you directly instead of me. And you can get discount for yourself, or if it's something you'd be interested in, you can share it with your family and friends, and you can make additional income on the side, just like I'm doing. I've had such a blast doing it, and I know that you love this, and you're rocking that Peace Pink. If it's something you'd be interested in, I would love to share more information with you. Check out this video and let me know if it sparks any interest for you, and yeah, that's kind of the end of that. And then you can also say, if you're not interested, totally fine. I'm so happy to have you as a customer, and I'm so thrilled that you love your color. LipSense and SeneGence is gonna change your life. Blah. Does that answer your question, Kelly Jo? That's kind of how I would follow up. If they don't respond at all, then I'd give it maybe a week or 10 days, and I'd write back and I'd say, hey, just wanted to touch base with you. Did you get to watch that video? What did you think? If they respond and they say, you know what, I'm just not interested, then you can respond back and say, totally fine. Just wanted to see. I'm happy to help you. Let me know if you have any questions with anything else. If they say, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of interesting to me. I don't know. What do? Do you just leave it? No, don't leave it. That is them saying, yes, I want to join, okay? Honestly, if they don't say no, then the chances that you can get them to join if you talk to them in the right way are really high, like 80% chance or higher, okay? So then go into saying, what part interested you? Are you interested in possibly getting a discount, or does it interest you to make money on the side? Ask questions. Find out what for them is their, like, motivational factor, I guess, and then you can kind of maneuver the conversation from there. Lexi says, is there a way to turn your group Turn your group for a minute so I can add to an album. Is there a way to turn your group for a minute so I can add to an album? I don't know what that means. Turn your group. I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry. If maybe there was a typo, or maybe I'm just like being silly and can't understand it. Type it again. Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody at all? Turn your group off. Oh, okay. Did I miss that? Turn your group off so you can add to albums. I do not know. I don't have the answer to that. But I will tell you, anytime I have a question on Facebook, anytime, if you Google that exact thing, you'll get an answer. Anytime I can't figure out how to do something, Google it. It will tell you specifically, like, detailed information on how to do that. So, regarding the business page, I just haven't got to it yet. Google, like, tell me, what is a business page? How does a business page increase your business? How do I utilize a business page? When I was setting mine up last night, actually, it went through and it like gives you prompts to tell you like how to do stuff and what to post and how to post, and utilize those things. That will help you. You can change it to closed, but it does still send notifications. Sorry, turn your group notifications off so people won't be bombarded. Oh, one thing that to know is when you add pictures to an album, it does not show up on their feed. So like when I add a picture to Boss Babe's album, it does not show up on the feed. So I don't think that would bombard them if you wanted to add pictures to the album. When you post it on the main feed, yes, they'll get a notification. But if you go to the exact album itself and you say add picture to the album, it's not going to show up on the feed, from how I understand it and everything that I have seen with all the stuff that I've added on the Boss Babes group. Okay, any more questions before we go? I gotta go. My babysitter just brought my little girl in and said, she wants to see you. I'm like, I'm sure she does. I have 5 girls on the fence for being distributors. I have followed up once or twice. Any trick to give them that final push? If they are just like, let's say, just for instance, and I don't know if this is going to apply to you, but let's say they're just like, oh, dang it, you guys, I got garnet on my pants. I'm pretty sad about it. They're like light pinky purple pants, and I spilled my garnet. Anyways, I dropped the applicator. So let's say they're on the fence, and they're not, they're just like, I don't know for sure. I'm still kind of thinking about it. So they haven't given you a no. Whether they're your friends or not, you can tailor this based on what I'm going to say. If they're a closer friend, be more like direct. If they're just like an acquaintance, don't be as direct. So this is what I would say. So Jill, let's say it was you. I would say, hey Jill, I know that you're kind of like trying to decide whether you want to be a LipSense distributor or not. I know you kind of have some questions, but I just got to tell you, like, I really think that you should like take the leap of faith. It's been an amazing experience for me. I love it. I've made so many friends. I've been able to make X amount of money. And honestly, you really have nothing to lose. It's $50 to sign up, and you don't, like I told you, there's no auto ship, there's no monthly minimums, and honestly, the way that I look at it is it's such a huge opportunity, and more people are deciding to be a part of it. The longer you wait, the more other people are going to decide to do it, and they're going to be people that maybe you would have sold to, or maybe would have joined your team. I honestly think that you would do so great at this, and I would love for you, okay, I'm losing my train of thought, you guys, sorry. I honestly think that you would do so great at this. Really, what do you have to lose? Tell me your thoughts, because I would love to help you get started and make this be something that you got to kind of tailor it to them. So let's say they're wanting to make money, okay? So make this be something where you can get that additional $300 a month to be able to pay for your kid's private school or whatever it is. They say they want to, they are just slow. Okay, so in that situation, I don't know if I just explained that good, but I think you guys kind of got the idea. Somebody was asking me, and that's kind of what I said. So I was a close friend. I just said, hey, you know what? You have nothing to lose. It's $50, and I've never known one person to sign up to be a distributor who has not absolutely loved it. I can guarantee you you're going to make money doing this. Whether it's a lot or a little, I can't guarantee, because that's based on you, but I know you would do fabulous on this. So let me know what you think, and like, let's get going on this. Like, let's not waste any more time, because you could start making money today. That's like assuming that they want to make money. So the people who say they want to but they're just slow, I would message them and just say, hey, I gotta tell you guys, I was on a training today. You can say this if you want, or you can say whatever you want. And the company is exploding, and you guys have seen this. Like, new people are signing up to be distributors, and more people are buying LipSense and wearing LipSense. It's really becoming a household name. I know you want to do this, so let's, like, you got to get on board. Like, you got to do something, because if not, this opportunity is not going to be, it's going to pass you by. And people who are going to buy from you will start buying from somebody else. So tell me what you're thinking. What's holding you back? How can I help you? Kind of say something like that. I don't know if that is the exact thing that I would say, Jill. If that doesn't answer your question, message me and give me more details. Anytime you guys have questions like this, I know I have like a ton of stuff going on and I may not be able to respond to you like super quick, but I do think if I have the exact scenario of what's going on and you can tell me about this person, I can kind of help you, kind of guide you through what to say. You definitely don't want to bombard them. Dang it, I wish I could look on my phone, but I have a girl who is kind of in your same situation. I've messaged her about it probably like 5 or 6 times, and she keeps saying like, yeah, I'm going to look into it. I'm just at my son's soccer tournament, or, you know, something like that. Not like leave me alone, right? So I kind of decided like this was my kind of last like push with her. So I messaged her and I said, hey, Stacy, just wanted to touch base with you and wanted to see what you thought about becoming a distributor. I know you're kind of been so busy and just kind of trying to decide what you want to do, but I really think that you should get started, because so many people are loving this, and I have not met one person that has signed up and has not absolutely loved it. I know you love LipSense. You're such a fan of it, and it would be such an easy thing for you to share with your friends and family, because I know you're already doing it right now. Tell me your thoughts. Where are you at? What are you thinking? What's holding you back? Is there any questions that I can answer for you? If it's something you're not interested in, I swear I won't mention it again, but I really would love for you to seriously take hold of this and just run with it, because I know that you're going to love it. So tell me what you think, and I'll talk to you then. I don't know if that helps you guys. I just think not being afraid, you don't need to be pushy, but just like help them understand, help you understand what's holding them back, and then maybe you can help them. One thing that I would be totally, I don't know if people on here have people on their team, but if you have people who are on the fence, I would be personally, it'd be worth it for me to say to them like, hey, for the next 10 days, I'm paying half of the sign-up fee for anybody who joins. So that may be money out of your pocket, and if you can afford that, awesome. If you can't, that's okay too. But that may be the little push that they need, and you guys, as you get people on your team, you will make that money back. Or you can say whatever you want. You can, if it's somebody that's on the fence and you're not necessarily advertising on your page, you can let them know like, hey, I wanted to let you know, I know you're kind of on the fence. I'm doing a special right now where I'm giving anybody who signs up in the next 3 days a free color. Maybe you could do something like that. I mean, it's kind of situation by situation. Okay, guys, I'm going to finish this. Hopefully, it has answered some questions, and longer than I said it was going to be, but we've kind of added on at the end. So thanks you guys for watching. Thanks for all your hard work. You guys are so awesome. If you haven't seen it already, go check out the incentive, the $100 incentive that we're doing for the next 9 days of July. It's totally possible, and one of you guys could win. How do I come to the LipSense trainings, and would they just be the women in my group, right? How do I come to the LipSense trainings, and they just be the women? I'm not quite sure what you're asking, Rachel. Will you message me that personally? Because I'm gonna get off of this. Okay, message me personally and I'll explain that to you. The LipSense trainings that are held in different locations, if you're on Chelsea's group, which you guys all should be, and if you're not, make sure that you are. Chelsea's Lipstick Guru and Nicole's Lipaholic Lovies, I think that's what it's called, or Lovelies. We will host or post those trainings, so just pay attention to those. Okay, guys, have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.